Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Remember this journal from last year? Box frame cover? I've completed all the signatures and I'm ready to bind it. And I thought I should film the process because I'm going to do the same binding that I've done with the Dear Journal. You can find the link in the description box below. I've created a binding that looks something like this. Really cool, but it's so easy. This is basically 3-hole pamphlet stitch with a bit of a twist. And I'm going to show you on a piece of cardboard first because it's actually much easier for you to see what I'm doing than if I have to go and flip the pages this way and that way. And then in the end we'll do the whole journal so that you can see what it looks like, but we're going to practice on a piece of cardboard. So get your basic supplies. You'll need something to punch the holes, you will need some thread, you will need a needle, a ruler and a pen. And if you have some pliers, that's also useful when you're binding the actual journal. This is just a piece of cardboard and it is cut to the same size as my journal. And I have 3 signatures in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Most of us don't really look forward to the time when we're supposed to bind the journal. At least I was like that when I was first starting, because I thought I've put in so much work into this journal and what if I mess it up now? And once I've started practicing on these cardboards, it became so easy and so much fun, and then I started experimenting with different methods. So most of you are familiar with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is this one. This is the simplest method that does the job. It's really easy to do compared to some other methods. And we are going to prepare this board in the same way as we would prepare it if we were doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch for all 3 signatures. All right, so first I take the measurements. It says 4.5 centimeters. So I need to divide this into 3 sections because I have 3 signatures, obviously. So I need to mark at 1.5 at 3, and that's 4.5 because I want my signatures to be equally spaced. Okay, what I need to do is find the middle of each of these sections. Okay, so that is about 7.5 millimeters in between each of these. So I'm going to do the same in here. And there. And now I'm going to join these dots. This way, each of my signatures will have enough room to expand, because we like to add lots of ephemera to our journals, don't we? Okay, so that's the vertical lines. So now I'm going to just place this. Now this is up to you. You can have this closer together, you can have them further apart. I like to just use this ruler and place it there to get the top and bottom. And I'm going to tell you what it is. 1 inch or 2.7 centimeters. Okay, and now I need to do one more measurement, is find the center. For me it is here. And I'm going to draw a line there as well. And now what you need to do is punch holes where those lines meet. That's where your needle will have to go through. So you can use one of these, or you can use something like this to punch holes. I'm going to do like this with this tool because it's actually easier when I'm demonstrating. When you working with just one signature. Sometimes you can get away without the template, and especially if it's a soft cover, maybe you don't have a hard cover spine and it's easy. But I find that if I don't have a template such as this one, I always mess things up. So it is a little bit of extra work, but the good thing is you can always reuse this for your next journal. I'm going to transfer these holes onto the cover. This is just a sponge, and I'm going to place it here. These clips are always useful to have when you binding a journal. Okay, so it's placed nicely. Okay, I like to punch holes from this side rather than from here. Okay, you can do whatever you like. This is just how I like to do it. And then I'm going to take this tool. I'm going to just go through all of these holes and through the spine. Okay, can hardly see it on this side, but in here, hope you can see. It's a bit harder here, here, and there. So we've prepared the cover. Now we're going to prepare our signatures. Okay. What you need to do is look through all of your papers and make sure they're placed correctly the way you want them, that nothing is upside down or in the wrong place. For example, if I want this to be like that. And once you're happy with the alignment of papers and all of that, you need to clip with one of these on both sides, just to make sure that nothing moves. And you need to do that for the rest of the signatures too. Now this one here is a little bit hard to clip because that is short. So I'm going to just use a paper clip and attach it like this to some of the papers so that it doesn't move. I'm going to do the same here on this side. Okay, so it shouldn't go anywhere. So all my signatures are secured. So far we're doing everything like we're doing with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, so I'm going to use this to punch holes in the signatures. I'm going to position that in the middle. It's going to go over the papers on both sides a little bit because my covers are bigger than my signatures. And then I'm going to place this tool in line with these. I'm going to punch the holes, but I'm going to keep this closed. Okay, see, it's coming through here. Through there. And through there. That one is ready. I'm going to do the same with all of them. I have punched the holes on the spine and in the signature, so I'll have that ready. And before I start binding the journal, I will show you the technique of this piece of cardstock first. I'm going to take this thread, the blue one, I think you'll be able to see. I'm going to just go with 4 now because I don't like to work with just a little bit of thread. And I'm going to thread my needle. Okay, this is the first. This is the second and this is the third signature. So we are going to bind the first and the third signature at the same time, and then we will do the second signature or the middle signature the last. Okay, so this is how you do it. I always start from the middle, so I'm going to start from the middle of the first, go in here. Okay, I just want to make this clear. This is the outside of the spine and this is the inside. This is what's going to be on the inside here. Okay, that side and that side is what's going to show on the outside. So we pretend this is inside of the signature, and over here, instead of going up like we normally do when we do 3-hole pamphlet stitch, we're not going to go into this one. We're going to go into the third signature across. When you bind the signatures, everything that's on the outside, you can switch places, okay? But once you're on the inside, you can only go straight up or down. You can't switch signatures because obviously, imagine the papers would be there, okay? So now that we're there, we can only go down or we can go in the middle here, and I go in the middle. Just right here as well. So now I'm in the third signature and I'm going to go across back into the one. Okay, and that's it. So when I'm here, I'm not going to go into that one. I'm going to skip that one and I'm going to go straight down. Okay, I'm still in the first signature, but now I can go across here again to the third signature. All right, and now that I'm there, I can only go up or down, and because obviously there's nothing here, I'm going there. And conclusion, there's only that place available, and that's basically like a cross stitch. Okay, and then what I do here, I tie a knot. Okay, cut the excess. So I have the first and the third signature bound to the book. Okay, that's what it looks like, straight on the inside. Imagine that's inside of the papers, and that's what it looks like on that side. And I still have the second or the middle signature that needs to be done, and that one I just do with regular 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which means going straight on both sides, inside and the outside. All right, I also like to start from the middle here, so I go in, go up, skip the middle, and I go into the last one and back here. And there we go. I think that's so easy. When you do it like this on a piece of cardboard, of course it's easy. When you have to deal with papers, it's a little bit fiddly. Okay, I think I'm ready to actually do it now with the journal. I have the signatures prepared. I'm also going to clip these because they're going to be in my way, so I'm just going to clip them. Okay, now I need to pick the right thread for this. I think gold would look good, but I don't have gold. Okay, let's see what I've got. White or this cream color doesn't stand out, and you want this to be visible. You want it to, you know, be out there, because if you're going to spend time to create this, you want to be able to see it. And gray, it's kind of lost. Can't see it, so no. Perhaps this one is closest to gold. I've got this brownish. Let's see about this one, red one. I like that. I've got the blue. Now that blue is a little bit, it's not the right kind of blue. What else do I have? I've got the purple. No, and I've got the black. Again, lost. Either red or this one. This is closest to this gold color, so I think I'm going to go with that one. We need about 4 lengths. For the first 2. Okay. Now I can see that I'm going to have trouble finding out where the holes are because of that lace. I can see okay from this side, but not so much from there. But we'll work it out. I'll show you a few tricks with that. Okay, I am going to bind the first and the third signature, and I will put the middle one aside for now. Put that one there. So I'm going to start with the first one, just like we did here. We started from the inside of the first signature from the middle. Okay. Now I don't want to lose this, so I'm going to just clip it here with this, like so. Okay, just to prevent pulling through accidentally. Now this is the first signature, and it's supposed to go in here. Now I'm supposed to go from there to there into the third one. I think this is the hole. It is. All right, so I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to just use that clip to hold it. Pull that. I leave it kind of loose. I don't tighten everything until I'm done. So this is my third signature. So I'm supposed to now go into the top hole of the third signature. Got it. Do that. And now I'm supposed to go through the middle here. Like so. And out. So I went from the first into the third. So now I'm going to cross that over, and I'm going to go here. I think, yeah. It's a bit hard to see those holes, but it's all right. I can see it because I'm sitting close by, but perhaps in the camera it doesn't show that well. Going to go into the first one here. If you're ever having trouble going through the signature from this end, take the thread off, take your needle and use the blunt side and just push it out like so, then thread it again. And sometimes that's probably the easiest thing you can do. And then you just pull it slowly. Okay, so now that we're in the first signature again, we need to go down into the last hole. so, and out here. If you're having trouble pulling this, just use pliers. See, it's just so much easier. Now I can see I need to go in here. I'm gonna use my pliers. There it is. Okay, almost done. Okay, so now we have to go back in here into the last one, which is there. And out. And I have to go back in here. I'm going to take that out. I won't even attempt. It'll just annoy me. This is just so much easier to do it like this. Actually, I can release that there now. It's best if it's turned up so it's not in the way. Through there, through there. Okay. And I'm done. So I can take the clips now. And what I need to do is just tighten this up a little bit, because as you can see, it is a little bit loose, okay? So you just go back and retrace your steps. Pull a little bit where you're supposed to, just to make sure that it's nice and tight. Okay, now that I'm happy with the tightness, I'll just do that once or twice, whatever, and you just cut off the excess. Okay, so the first and the third signatures are in, and that's what that looks like. I'm going to just clip the first and the third one to the covers. Okay. Perhaps this one needs to be still attached like that. Okay, so now I'm just working here in the middle. I'm adding the last signature. Let's cut ourselves more threads, and I think now it's probably just about 3 lengths. Just checking to see if I've placed it correctly. You don't want to bind it upside down. You'd have to redo it. I'm going to put that there. All right, where's the middle one? Here. So this should be now so easy. Okay. You see that fabric? I have no idea where the hole is. I'm going to have to do that trick, which is all right. I'm gonna go in here and in there, and I'm out. It may seem to you that this is more complicated, but it's actually quicker. There's no guessing, and it just works every time. All right. Now we're going down. Through and here. can remove this now. All right, and back in here, which I am going to do this way again. And I need to pull through. Take these off. Need that. Don't need that. Check the tension. Seems to be all right. And I need to just tie the knot in here. And it's done. Let's take a look. I wish I had a different background here, and maybe you'd be able to see that better than on this ochre color on white. It works really well if the spine is in one color and thread in the other one, but I'm hoping that when we did it like this, you were able to see exactly what I was doing better than when I was working on the actual spine of the journal. I just want to show you another variation of this. What do you think? Should I attempt that on this journal? I was thinking, because that lace has these circles here, there's 7 of them, and if I attempt a 7-hole pamphlet stitch with a twist like that, I should end up with something like this, which would look really cool, perhaps in red. Yeah, it will probably take me an hour. But I think if I feel like it, I might attempt. And you may wonder, like, how come you get from that to that? Just imagine this. That and that is the same. Okay? So this here is 3 times that. Okay? Instead of working with 3 holes, you're working with 7. Okay? Perhaps this will make it easier to understand. You have 3-hole pamphlet stitch, 1, 2, 3 holes. You have 5-hole pamphlet stitch. You have 7-hole pamphlet stitch. Each time you start from the middle, you work your way up, then you go down and you work your way to the middle. And it's the same as this. It's basically the same thing, just with more holes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.